It is hard to be in a relationship with a martyr, which is why men hate women who sacrifice too much. They may love all the benefits of marrying a woman who just gives up all of her life for him, who centers him, just jumps in that sidecar and lets him drive you through your whole life. Everything's about him and his job and what he wants. And you raise the kids, not him. He can just do whatever. Everything's about him, right? Those men will end up hating you, right? I think in general, it is hard to have like a healthy, balanced relationship if one person is biting their tongue all the time and sacrificing way too much all the time. But because of the power imbalances built in to heteronormative couples and relationships because of patriarchy, when a woman does it, this is what happens. Y'all remember this? Last year, a woman who went viral because she gave her kidney to her boyfriend. Just a little refresher for anybody who forgot or doesn't know this story. This 30-year-old woman got tested to see if she was a match when her boyfriend was like complaining of this, like he has a chronic illness and the symptoms of it were bothering her, whatever. She took it on herself to be like, oh, well, maybe I should give it to him, even though they're not married. Nothing. No, they're not linked other than the fact that they're dating, right? So this dude goes, sorry, I'm gonna go back to the last one. So she wasn't, suspectful, had no reason not to trust him when 7 months after they recovered from this major surgery, he's like, I'm gonna go to Las Vegas for a bachelor party from someone from church. That alone tells me a lot. So while her Christian boyfriend is having a bachelor party in Vegas, she stays home to study for finals. So when he returns home, y'all, seriously, there's so many red flags here. He reveals that he cheated during his time away. Oh gosh, okay. This is so painful to read. A lot of arguments later, I eventually forgave him and gave him a second chance. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. You're already doing too much. Women do too much. We always do too much. Even when we're doing nothing, we're doing too much usually. 3 months later, they broke up with her anyway. If it was meant to be, God would bring us together, some blah, blah. And look, he blocked her on all social media. That man lost respect for her the minute she gave that kidney. Okay, I'm not saying this is always the case. If a man does that for a woman, because of the way we are socialized, not always, okay, women feel so indebted to men and society and all this stuff already. We have so much guilt. I mean, mom guilt is like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even a mom, but I hear my mom friends talking and I'm like, what do you mean you feel guilty taking a shower? Asking your husband to watch the baby for 30 minutes while you take a shower and you haven't showered in a week. Okay, like, what? Like we are just so brainwashed into thinking that we owe people things, especially men, and that we owe them our body. Whether it's our vagina or our kidney, we owe them something because we love them. We owe them our time. We owe them our bodies. We owe them, our labor. Free therapy sessions. We owe them empathy. Men weaponize our empathy against us all the time and our guilt all the time. That man lost respect for her the minute she sacrificed all that because he probably thought to himself, well, I would never do that for her. Right? And him knowing that he doesn't love her enough to ever do that for her. It probably didn't feel good. But that's me being nice, okay? That's me giving him a huge benefit of the doubt. What's even more likely is that, as we've seen with so many women, they really don't like it when we do too much because they take us for granted. They get comfortable. They learn from our behavior and our response to them testing us. And I don't even know if they know they're testing us, although I do think men are way smarter, not like intelligence-wise, but in predator-wise. I think they're testing us all the time, especially predatory men. And they're like, oh, dang, she'll give me a kidney? What else will she let me do? So, of course, he lost respect for her. So, of course, he's going to cheat on her. The dude probably, this is the other thing. Okay, men will either end up with the women who martyr themselves so much because they can't find anyone better and they don't want to end all that labor they're getting for free. The schmegs, the emotional labor that women are doing for men, all of all the stuff we do, right? I don't need to go into it. Y'all know by now. But they'll either end up with that woman and just hate her and cheat on her for the whole marriage, right? Or they never liked you and have wanted to break up with you. Like we learned in all those tweets not too long ago, where men were like admitting on a viral tweet all the ways that they try to get their girlfriends to break up with them because they don't have the courage to break up with these women and they just like don't want to lose access to these women. So they just actively hate them and they're like, okay, she gave me a kidney, cool. Well, I'm going to cheat on her. I really don't like want to be with her. I want to be with someone. I just want to like do whatever I want. And the fact that we give these men a second chance, now they really don't respect us. They already are set up to not see us as human and not see us as deserving of love and care and kindness and a kidney from them. So when they see us doing all this stuff and making it so easy to exploit us and sleep with us without even having to give us an O or any of the things we may want. I'm not saying this in a purity culture way because I loved one night stands, but only if they licked my kitty cat first. But realizing that it's not about testing men. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here and wait. I'm gonna let you win me over. And I will match your energy, but I am not doing all this. Definitely not giving you a kidney. Unless we've been like married for a long time and I know for a fact you would give me yours. Tina Turner. That man giving her a kidney or whatever, I think it was a kidney, that touched me. Right? Because women respond to men sacrificing for us and loving us and showing that they appreciate us. And even that's a form of like protection. Like most men are not protectors or providers. They're protectors of their egos and themselves and providers of nothing but stress. But when Tina Turner's husband did that for her, that was about love. That man knew what she'd been through and from what I understand, seemed to really want to protect her in every way possible and wanted to live longer with her. But when women do this for men, I'm not saying that we can never do anything nice for men, but they have to earn it. And we do this stuff without them earning anything. We just give and give and give and don't expect the same in return. And this is one reason why we have a lot of work to do on ourselves. Because I swear, every single time I let any of the men I dated get away with some nonsense, I not only showed them that they dictate the rules of all of this. Everything's on their terms. I ain't gonna leave. I'm desperate. But more importantly, I lost respect for myself. There was several times when I've been in relationships where I was like, who is this? What am I doing? Where I would catch myself abandoning myself. And it scared the crap out of me. I don't ever want to abandon myself again. Now, this is really hard to unlearn. This default of defaulting to men and, trying to prove you're worthy or something. It is so hard to unlearn this, but it is so necessary. And I'm so glad that I was not dating for most of my 20s and 30s. As soon as I realized that I immediately abandoned myself, I'd stop dating. I kept putting my toe in the water for like a couple months and then I was like, oh my God, who are you? And then I just cut it off again. I think some of y'all know I was celibate for 12 of my adult years. Not consecutively, but it'd be like, nope. I'd go 2 years and then try to date and nope. Then it went 5 years, tried again, nope. Self-sacrifice and martyring yourself when it's rooted in fear and need for approval and all those super unhealthy things, that never works out for us because men respect us less every time we do it.